Every so often, I have a data entry kind of task in my day. I don't want to do it myself, and I don't want to pay people to sit there and copy paste because it seems that AI should be able to do that. I had one of those today. I wanted to list all my blog posts that I've done over the past year, and with their topic and a link to the YouTube video and what they were about, as a quick summary of them. So I have it all together, and I can analyze and think about what next. I didn't want to sit there and copy paste. So let me show you what I did. I'll show you first an imaginary example of moving house, just so that we can start from scratch. Then I'll show you what I did for my actual work, and then we can think about what you can use this for. Let's have a look. The tool I'm going to show you is called Notion. It's not the only one. There are many like it, but Notion is definitely a leader out there, so you can't go wrong. Many businesses live inside Notion. I do a lot of my work in there as well. It started as a wiki kind of knowledge base. So pages, subpages, databases, tables inside, lists, statuses, etc. But now it has AI, so it can talk to us about all the information in our pages, and it can also help us build those pages. That's what we're gonna do. Let's do it now. So this is Notion, notion.so, and I am clicking Add New. I can start with an empty page, but who wants to do that? I'm gonna go with Build with AI, and I'm gonna say, I am about to move house. I'm not, but let's pretend. Who do I need to notify on address change? Help me make a list of all the places so I can track it. That's it. I didn't give it a lot of instructions. It's designing a database, adding categories, priorities, statuses, address change notifications, notes, contact people. Okay, so it's coming up with what it thinks that the database should look like and that my tracking should look like, and then we can negotiate and change everything in there. All right, so it came with this suggestion: organization, contact, category, priority, status, method, website, account number, date, and notes. Okay, great. Let me show you what I did with this for myself. So I actually need to do a name change. So I got it to list all the places I need to do it. I brainstormed it with it about my own life and what I need to do. It categorized them all myself. It entered everything into my database for me. I didn't enter any of this. It then helped me understand which documents I need for each one, how I update. So it gave me instructions for each one on where to call or what to do, and gave me some notes on where to start, what to do, ordered them with the key one that I have to start with. Super useful for me. And then I can see them by status and start moving them across to in progress or completed. That took me probably 10-15 minutes to create, and now I've got order in my life and I know what I need to do, and I can share it with my assistant and we can work on this together. And I promised the one on blog posts, so let me show you that. So these took me probably almost an hour to create, but I didn't do any copying and pasting. So I told it that I want to create a list of my blog posts. I gave it a link to my page where they all are here on my website. I gave it this link, and I said, I want to track them, put them all in a database for me. It made a database. We did a bit of brainstorming to begin with on what I'll need there and what I'm trying to achieve. So first, it copied the post title. It gave them topics. I gave it some examples of how I like my topics done. It gave them categories and topics on its own. I then asked it to list the key points on each one, which it did on its own, which is really useful for me. The date, the URL, a summary. At some point, I thought, you know what? I think it would be useful for me to actually have the entire text of that blog post in here. So I just asked it. I said, can you go and add the entire text of each blog post in here? And it did. So now they're all down here for me. It basically went page by page and copied all of them. So I didn't need to go and copy one by one. I didn't need to write any code that will loop through the pages. None of that. It just went and did it all for me. I asked it for the YouTube links. It couldn't find them, so I had to give it the link of the playlist, and then it matched them by name. I then went and asked it, all right, so look at all of them now. What are the themes? And what works well? And what can I cover next time? Inbal, what are you doing? Are you going to confuse us now with, hey, this tool and that tool, and use this and use that and see what all of these tools can do? No, no, no. This is not what I want to do. Two options for you. If you're an early adopter, or if you want to have a bit of a play to see how these things work, go play with Notion. Maybe use it for some side projects at home. Maybe for something at work. Not necessarily. Think about what you do with confidential information. Not suggesting you must start using it. If you're an early adopter, go have a play. If you're not, and you're leading a team of 50 or 100 people, do not start creating a mess with this. What I do suggest is that you just watch this to understand the capabilities. I promise you that whatever tool you're using, if it's ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, Google Gemini, guaranteed they will all have the same capabilities. So if you want to have a play, go have a play with Notion. If you don't, that's totally fine. Just keep in mind what the capabilities are, so that you're aware and that you understand what's coming. That's it. So what are you going to do? Let me know.